Hello. I'm gonna make a short video. It's about bedtime. It's Sunday, the July 25th, maybe? Oh my god, I'm finally feeling so much better. It's never worth it to work a job that fucking kills your soul. I don't know why people do this. Like, they get whole college degrees to work jobs that are fucking miserable. And they just take these jobs and continue to just sap their soul. And for what? They don't even pay that good. If I'm selling my soul for a job, I better be getting a shit ton of money, you know? But they literally are like mediocre pay. They're not the worst paying, but they're mediocre. And the only way you get up is incremental growth. Incremental growth. By maybe getting a promotion at this shitty job that you hate. What the fuck? Having a little bit of experience at an internship like this reminds me of why I started a business in the first place. As hard as it is, it's better than this shit, you know? I'm so grateful for my home in New Mexico. I am gonna want to find a job for a stable income to supplement my business, because business is fucking hard. Like, I literally poured my all into it, and I think most I made was like $900 a month, which is really quite good. But when you need $1,500 to $2,000, it's stressful. And summer's almost over. Yay. I know summer technically for people, they think it goes through like August, but on the Celtic calendar it finishes August 1st. So, I'm feeling so much better though. Like, I feel hopeless and trapped and like depressed when I'm stuck in something. And I'm almost done, and I have to do a final this week, but it's whatever. Oh my. This crystal is really nice. I want more crystals. I'm excited to leave the people behind here that I don't want to live around anymore. In particular, all the Catholic Latinos. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. There's a lot of them here. A lot of straight Latino people who think gay people are freaks. Not that there aren't white people like that, but there's just a lot of Catholic, in particular Catholic Latino people, who will see me wearing a ring on my finger and say, "Oh, do you have a wife?" No, bitch. I'm a fucking witch. And I'm gay. No, I don't have a wife. They look at you like a freak. And there's like sketchy people. There's sketchy people in a lot of big cities, but it's like drug abuse here. I'm not trying to think that the grass is greener on the other side, because it's not. I think I'm going to try to make a thumbnail for this. It's hard to do it when you upload from the phone, though. If my phone was connected to my computer, maybe I could. Because making thumbnails for my little videos where I'm talking to the camera is difficult versus when I make a video from my editing software on my computer. But I'm gonna start doing YouTube again, like a regular gaming videos. I don't know what I have planned for fall. I've really fallen off the horse this month, July. But honestly, like, I'll get back up and I'll keep going. Big contender to what makes me fall off the horse is having a lack of support, combined with being fucking alone, combined with being poor. And I don't want to be surrounding myself with poor people anymore. I don't like poor people, they're annoying. They're annoying and messy. Poor people are like never on time, bad at communicating, messy, unorganized. They're not usually very generous because they're poor. They're annoying, they're complaining all the time. They have lazy habits that keep them stuck and poor. Poor people come in all shapes and sizes, all ages and races. There's no branch of people that's not poor. Being poor, I've found with my observation, has more to do with your energy and the person you show up as every day. Because there's certain things that rich people do and there's certain things that poor people do. Rich people show up consistently, they're reliable, they don't freak out or get stuck in fear. They find solutions instead of complaining and swimming in like a negative cloud of problems. They find a solution. They prioritize, rich people prioritize rest. Rich people prioritize themselves when things get very difficult. They really take self-care as an important thing. And they focus on themselves before they focus on giving. They show up when other people don't feel like it. They still show up. They're disciplined, they're consistent. They don't necessarily have to work their ass off, they just have to be consistent. And yeah, they regulate their nervous system a lot. Because if you're always in anxiety and fear and chaos, there's no way you're going to have order and stability in your finances. If your energy is chaotic and hectic, your money is going to be chaotic and hectic. Right now, I just don't have a lot of people I know who are rich in my life. So it's just me. It's just me making myself rich. Sometimes solitude is a blessing, but sometimes it can feel like a curse. Because you're lonely. But I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling ready to step back into my life the way I was doing. And I know that the habits that I had were building me towards what I wanted in life. And the truth is, like, I I just saw someone like who was an Olympic gymnast post a video, and he's doing like these fucking cool ass handstand like turns combined with like flips and stuff, and I'm like, that's fucking sick. I doubt he has the same level of childhood trauma as me. And I'm sure under the right circumstances, I could be doing flips and shit if I had less generational curses to break and less trauma and more financial stability as a young kid and more support in different ways that let me follow my passions without judgment or hindrance. I'm sure I would be doing stuff like that, but you know what? We don't get to choose the cards we're dealt, at least consciously. We just get the cards and we have to make the most with what we have. And so I aspire to do flips and shit, but it's not gonna be something that I'm doing at 22 years old, and I'm gonna make the most of what I have. I'm not gonna cry about, not being able to do that younger because maybe we didn't have the money for it or didn't know the direction I was going, or, my parents were so anxious all the time or stressed that there wasn't time for me to follow something that didn't seem worth it to them. But anyways, you can't change any of that, and our parents usually had either a worse upbringing or equally as difficult, and that's why it's passed down like a generational curse. The best thing you can do is just make the most of what you have, and that's what I'm doing. And hopefully along the way I can inspire other people. Granted, I'm not a person of color. I am very able-bodied, neurodivergent, and I'm queer, and I'm not a woman. So I definitely have a lot of privilege, and I didn't grow up like completely in shambles, but it wasn't just a walk in the park either. I'm gonna make the most of everything. But things are starting to make sense, and I get, consistency is one of my biggest strengths, and then something happens sometimes that just knocks me down, and I stay down for often can be up to a month. Used to be sometimes it would be years for certain things that I would not do or not return to after I got knocked down. But now, it's rare for it to be more than a month. And for me, it's been consistently singing every day, consistently going to the gym, eating well, following my business, building my business, being on top of all my new things. There's also something called relapse, which is where your nervous system will crash and take you back to maybe a version of yourself you were 3 versions ago, 2 versions ago, really retrograde to what it's comfortable with, because it's freaking out because you're making changes. So that happens a lot with physical health changes. It also happens with just other things like starting a business or starting a new job. Your body might fucking freak out. Your nervous system might be like, this is different. I don't feel safe. Let me completely sabotage everything you're doing, make you sleep a lot more, make you tired a lot more, make you rest a lot more, because I need to process what's going on and we're gonna freak out until you go back to your old habits, like could be anything, drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes, or self-sabotaging behaviors, and feeling negative and not believing in yourself and feeling hopeless. It could be a whole host of things, because I'm more comfortable doing those things than doing all this positive stuff that you're implementing. And that happens often. It's a big part of what you train to help people through as a personal trainer. And it's not easy, so just have grace with yourself, and when you're ready, you get back on the horse. And if it's up and down and up and down and up and down, it's okay. That's how it looks before it starts working. And trying to make the ups a little bit more than the downs is what gives you the progress. But it's all a process, part of the process. The more hurdles you have in life, the more difficult it will be to keep a linear process, because, you know, you've got a lot on your plate, you've got a lot on your mind, so. But yeah, I'm finally fucking ready to start getting back into life, and I'm ready to go full force, I think. I'm gonna probably have a job in the next month. Pretty nice job, actually. Something I can do maybe 20 hours a week, and then work pretty consistently, make a decent amount of money, and have my business. And then I'm gonna try to start making money. Yeah. I have all this expertise in exercise science, and I really want to make money as a personal trainer. So I might start doing that this fall. It's going to be a big change. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be scary. But I think even just getting 1 or 2 clients would be really nice for me. So, and not working a stupid fucking desk job. But yeah, it's about my update for the week. It's Monday tomorrow, so might as well post a video today. And I'm feeling good. Over time, I'll probably start to change my content from like updating. I do like to do updates just because I feel lonely and I don't have friends. So YouTube is my friend. And you know, it's nice to talk to someone. But I might end up doing more content that actually provide something for people besides just talking about my life. Actually give them something from what I'm learning, what I'm growing. But I'm very happy with the direction I'm going, and I'm excited to be continuing down this path. I think things are going really well. Although I was literally like fucking miserable the past month. Like, you don't have to worry about me. Like, if you see me post something that looks like my life is shitty and I hate everything and I want to give up, like, I'll be fine in like a month or a week, you know? Let me complain, okay? Let me complain. I love you. I'll talk to you later.